Hello, my name is Amy Boucher and I am a writer and folklorist who specialises in Shropshire folklore. Now, much of my research centres around the interplay between history, folklore and also the paranormal, and this is really where this story gained its inspiration. So with that being said, I'm going to read you an extract from The Witch. We were stunned when we heard the witch was dead. The silence crept in, rising from the tiles, threatening to drown us. The kitchen was filled with pale, worried faces. Sure, she was a wrong 'un through and through, or at least that's what I'd been told, but knowing that someone had snuffed her out, had ended her life, felt important, like the start of something. Of course, I'd heard the stories of the witch. The adults thought they were being clever, that I couldn't hear their hushed voices and gossip. They weren't the sort of thing a child should know. But as far as I was concerned, I wasn't a child, and I wanted to know. They said that Nan Morgan was a wicked sort, though I knew Aunt Joan visited that house for love potions every second Sunday, and Mother liked to get her future told to see if Father was still in it. Nan was a curser and reader of palms. She could talk to the dead, they said, and spent her time reading wicked books. Father couldn't even say her name through fear of being stricken by her evil eye. Was this not the woman that cavorted with the devil? I'd heard it all, and I must confess, these stories thrilled me. But what was she now? What was she now? The next few days passed like a haze, and I quickly learned that any questions on the subject were dismissed. But this didn't stop my curiosity, however. So, when Mother told me and the boys we were to go to town, I knew something was afoot. I helped them get their coats and boots on, and we walked, trying to keep up with Mother's hurried steps. Soon we arrived at Much Wenlock, and quite a crowd of people were waiting. It's hard to explain the feeling I had when I watched the men bring her books down to the Falcon's Yard Inn, piling them high among her trinkets and her furniture. All I know is that when they set them alight, a fire grew in me, rising from my belly to my throat. It felt wrong. The smoke made my eyes dim with tears. The crowds cheered and speeches were made as if it were a great party. It was the mayor's idea, apparently, to stop her rising from the grave and walking among us, destroying any power she had left. So that's why my parents had been so worried at the news. They feared the town was gaining a ghost. They burnt her house too. There's a good house as well. It just seemed like such a waste. She was a witch, but she was a woman too. Just like me or Mother or Aunt Joan. Why couldn't they see that? She was a witch, but she was a woman and she was murdered. Their laughter hurt my ears. Their singing and chanting made my skin crawl. The flames soared and the town burst into merriment. But I sank. Oh, I sank. So I made a promise to her. I told her that I wouldn't forget. I called her forth from whenever she now dwelt. I told her to bring the devil and all his foul minions to face me, to help me understand this feeling, this anger I now felt. I told her to come back. The world wasn't done with the witch. Somehow, I knew that.